So you can probably see at this point why it's a good idea to not put all of the fancy slides and what have you in, because it'll take you a while to get used to all that. Exactly the same structure. What we are doing is adding in some different licks, different riffs. So start of section 2, section B, we've got starts the same but then go right up to fret 12, and I'm going to use fingers 2 and 3. That seems to work for me. So we've got, and then we can drop down and play fret 3, and that finishes the bar. So it's 1, 2, got to jump up quickly, fret 12, drop down, fret 3, and then the second bar is starting on that note. Now, a swung shuffle, blues shuffle, is built up of triplets. So we haven't actually played any yet, but the long short rhythm like that gives us 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we fill the gap, so we've no longer got long short, but we can have 3 short notes which last for the same length as the long and the short combined. I'm going to do that at fret 5 on the middle string, and that is it's actually the same note as open G. It's a G, but it's a real classic sounding sort of blues lick to play the same note on 2 different strings. You can get quite a nice sound when you start adding the slides back in. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to do a triplet there. So this is the second bar of section B. So it's like this: 1, 2, and then I won't do the slide. So on fret 5, I've got a bridge round so I don't catch the one underneath, and go 1, 2, 3, and then down to fret 3. Do that again, bass and triplet. I'll do that one more time. Triplet. Okay, so both bars at the start of section B, right up to 12. 3, back to the bass, triplet. 1, 2, 3, fret 3. I'll do that again. Right up to 12. Fret 3. Triplet. 1, 2, 3. Back to fret 3. So I was actually just repeating those 2 bars, but if you remember, we've always got 4 bars at the beginning of G. So actually, what you do is something very, very similar for the 3rd and the 4th bars of this section B. So we've got the 3rd time is exactly the same, going up to fret 12, but the final bar of G, we're going to do 2 triplets at fret 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which looks a bit like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, in terms of the picking, we're still the same as the first bar. So we're doing downs on the B, up, down on the fret 12. I'll probably go down, up, down, down, up. Now when you're picking the triplets, because they're across different strings, I'd be tempted to go down, up, up, down, up, up. It's a reasonably sort of efficient way of picking. So whenever you're picking those triplets, down, 2 ups, down, 2 ups. Okay, so that's the first 4 bars of G, and then when we go to the C, it's going to be fairly similar to the first time. So clip that, add that note in, but this time we can do a little rundown with using more triplets here. So that's just a single note, and because we've clipped it, we shouldn't have any open string problems. So it's 5, 3, open, and that's beat number 4. We go straight back to C. Same deal, but this time let's just do the low version of that. So we'll go 5, 3, open on the low G, and I'm using fingers 3 and 1 here, and then fingers 3 and 1, and then we're going back to the G, and we're going to play basically the 4th line of this second section. This B section is the same as the second line, so we're keeping it as simple as we can without it sounding too boring. So a bit of repetition there. So from the C, clip it, top string, triplet, straight back to C, low, triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Clip it, triplets, 1, 2, 3, C, low, and then back to the fret 12 riff, fret 3, triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is all probably a little bit quick, to be honest, so you want to go much slower, but try and get the sound of that in your head. We're keeping it simple. Every time we're on D, we're going to do the same thing as what we did in the first 12 bar. So we'll keep that simple. And then when we go to the C, we're just going to use the triplet riff and drop down to a low G. So that's the same as what we just did a minute ago for the 2 bars of C. Now instead of doing that high descending turnaround, let's do the low ascending turnaround. So we've got, so that's from fret 4. Again, you got a bridge so that you're not catching, because we want to pluck this open high G. So it's fret 4, probably finger 1 works well here, 5, 6, because then we go straight to a D bar chord, D power chord. We can do like a triplet strum there as well. So those last 4 bars of section B, the second 12 bar, start on fret 7, the D chord, C, triplet riff, and then ascending turnaround, and then triplet strum, and we're into the final 12 bar. Well done for getting this far. It is repetitive, but if you're a beginner, this is still probably quite difficult. So if you are ready to play all of the second 12 bar, it sounds a bit like this. 1, 2, fret 12, fret 3, bass, triplet, and then fret 3, bass to fret 12, fret 3, bass, 2 triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 to C, and then high triplet and low triplet, bass, up to 12 again, fret 3, 2 triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 to D, fret 7, drop down to the low D, fret 5, low triplet, and then ascending turnaround. Final 12 bar. So this is the 3rd page. This is like section C, but there's not so much variation here. There's a different riff for the G, but apart from that, it's staying quite similar. So the different riff for the G is pentatonic. Now there's a little bit of bending here, play it kind of flat, play the plain version, put any of the bends and the slides in seconds. You can see the arrows on the tab file for bends, but I'm going to ignore them. So the riff is fret 3 on the top string, open, top string, open middle string, fret 3 on the middle string, back to the top string, 3, open, open, 3, open, fret 3 on the bass string. And before all of that, there's just an open. We can do that clipping technique again. 3, open, open, 3, open, 3. Let that ring out for a whole beat. And then the second bar's very similar. 3, open, open, 3. But let that ring out for a whole beat instead of going back to the open string. But then go 3, open. So the second bar, we've got a long third beat. 3, open, long there, short here. So we've got bass, 3, open, open, 3, open, long. That's on the fourth beat. Bass, 3, open, open, 3, long on the third beat, then bass. And then the third bar is the same as the first bar. And then we're going to do a little build here. So sometimes, in the same way as the turnarounds, you move stepping up and down one fret at a time. Sometimes you can do that into chord changes. So we can go that step up to C. So that's open, fret 2, and I'm trying to curl round so I'm not catching these the middle D and high G strings. So okay, and I can use triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So big strum, and then maybe just hit the bass. 1 for strums 2 and 3, bass 2 and 3, bass 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So all 4 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and long, 1 and 2 and long, short, long, long, triplets. This C is exactly the same as the second 12 bar, and then we're back to G. This is the same as the first bar of G. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play half of this riff, and let's pinch the triplets that we used in the second 12 bar cycle. So this final bar of G, triplets, D, the same as what we've done all the way through, and then C, the same as what we did for the second 12 bar. And let's do a high descending turnaround, the same as the first 12 bar, but because we're right at the end now, let's go for this particular chord. What we're doing is we're aiming for fret 12 and fret 10. Again, you got to try not to bridge so you don't catch string 1. Okay, that's the chord we're aiming for, which is a G7, but we can actually fret 1 fret lower on both strings, so 9 and 11, strum through, slide up and hit the bass again. Slide up. So hopefully you can see there's quite a lot of repetition here. There's a lot of little riffs that we're kind of pinching from the first and the second 12 bars and what have you. And going into that final one, we can, if you want, you can play a little triplet. So at the end of the second turn around, there's the D triplet, fret 3. Keep this open, so you're bridging, so you're not catching. Okay, so I'm going to go from the ascending turnaround into all of the final third 12 bar. Here we go. Triplet, and then riff. Long, 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 build. This is exactly the same as the second one. Riff. Let's use the triplets into D, C, low, run down. Let's use the high descending turnaround, 11 and 9, slide up a fret. This has turned into quite a long lesson because it is 3 times round of 12 bars. So I've not gone round your kind of slide offs and your slide ins and things like that. They do make all the difference. So I would recommend listening to how I played it in the intro demo, and also check out the tab file and see if you can match up those different parts. So you know, you get sort of slide ins, slide offs, the bends as well make quite a difference when you put them in, you know. So it's those little details which turn it into, you know, real sort of give it more of an authentic blues character. However, learn all the notes first. I imagine you probably got your hands full just playing all the notes in the right order, so have fun with that. Okay, so I hope that was fun to learn. I hope this lesson was useful for your blues chops, and as with the other lessons we've been looking at recently, this is all part of the 1 pack of regular 6 strings and 4 different possible tunings you can get. So we're obviously currently on GDG, which is strings 5, 4, 3 from a regular set. We're going to finish with GDG here, and we're moving on to different tuning in the next video. So we're going to be looking at basically using strings 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to be going for something that's actually much closer to like regular guitar. So if you can play regular guitar, you might find some of the shapes familiar here, and we'll do some great songs including Rolling Stones and various others. So watch this space, and I'll see you here again very soon on Coda Guitar.